Morning Infinity. We start today on this first Sunday. Great to see faces in the place for those who are here, the way those who are joining us online. Time for us to begin our sacred service. We get the angelic voices of coming into the space today. It's beautiful here. Hear the sounds of loving children giving us wisdom. So as we open the way, we recognize that our babies just came from where we are all headed eventually one day. When we hear their voices in the air, it's a reminder that we all have some place to go, and that it's difficult for us to understand as we forgot it. But we also reminds us of that old tradition of the elders being placed with the really young. They speak that same vibrational energy. So we're glad to feel that in the house today. As we open, invite you to sit a little taller, little seat. If you're at home, as we prepare Sunday service, we invite you to sit a little taller. Pause, put that kitchen cooking utensil down. We know we watch people who watch Infinity from around, and they cook and watch Infinity, but we started off together in a space of high vibration. So take a deep breath and exhale, let it go. Take another cleansing breath just like that. Exhale, release it into the atmosphere. And another good breath that establishes that pattern of just slowing it down, inhaling and exhaling at your own pace, adding to the practice, allowing your eyes to gently close from top to bottom. And just sitting in a couple of moments of breathing. Establishing gratitude for being a body in the earth suit today. Giving thanks for having made it to this spiritual assembly in this moment. Reflecting breath on the blessings that you have received in life. The space of love and joy that the God of your own acceptance and understanding has brought to you today. However big or however small those accomplishments are, those blessings are, we have them now. And we are grateful. And turn our energy inward, recognizing that the Spirit of God lives within us as much as it does without us. We now all ask that heads be bowed and hearts be opened as we tune into that energy, into that love energy, an energy that you may assign a name to. We say universe, divine source, God of our acceptance and understanding in this moment. As we align in this space today, we come in humble thanksgiving. God, we thank you for the blessings that you have bestowed upon us. Thank you for getting us to this assembly today. Thank you for the blessings of family. Thank you for the blessings of life purpose. Thank you for the blessing of realization that we get to participate fully in this thing we call life. We give you gratitude for just breathing today. We give you gratitude for surviving the things that came at us this week. We give you gratitude for the things that we survived even on the way to this place today. And yet we are here. Because we are here, we have the and the recognition here for a purpose and a reason. We expand our minds, thoughts, and our consciousness vibration of to even this entire globe, little bitty marble in the universe that we call the earth. We send our the globe to the energies that are intermingling in Israel and Palestine. Massive global conflict, wars and rumors of war, injustices moving all around and swirling all around. We speak that there is a recognition that conclusion is here. That peace is here right now. That recognition of the value of human life and spirit is here right now. Reach into the hearts of the leaders there and open them to the recognition. We are all divine children in your light. We send this energy through all of the United States of America that we live in. As we face the polarization that drives us further apart, may we be the change agent, recognize the things that unite us so that our children and children can maintain the hope for a better way of living. Space of freedom, justice, and equality, the gift we get to enter into the world through our actions right now. We send in love and energy to those who have experienced the transition of an elder or a loved one. We speak that their energy is remembered to today, that the vital lessons that they taught us will be embraced, and that we can live in a way that will make it so that when we have transitioned from this space of life into the space of life after life, that people will speak good of us, that they will say that we were kind, that they say that they thought about other people, that we put our life's dream into the world as models and as templates. And finally, God, we speak that something is said today, something is shared today, something is typed out by a thumb today, something is entered into the atmosphere through a fist pump or a hug that will remind us that you are ever and always present and always in alignment with us, keeping us lifted in love and light. For these and other blessings we cannot put into words, we simply acknowledge it in gratitude with a good, fabulous deep breath. Inhale, and exhale that goodness. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. And so is. Let us prepare for our pouring of libations. And as we have folks coming, we'll get us a youth volunteer. Do I have a youth volunteer come up and help me pour in these libations today? Don't be afraid. Who do I have? A little one. Get my buddy up here. Okay, come here. Y'all give it up for. Y'all give it some applause. We always want to acknowledge children make that bold move to come up, share their light with us. There we go. Come on, we're gonna step on this side. Here we go. Water. Now, when you hold the water, when we call them, you're just gonna take a drip of water and toss it just like that. All right, with the other hand. Ready? All right. So y'all know as we pour our libations, we open the way of rest for those who came before, recognizing that we stand on the shoulders of mighty giants. Many people who struggled, bled, died for us the opportunity. And even if they didn't struggle too hard, if they didn't bleed too hard, if they died easy, I guarantee you that some of us are in because somebody prayed us through. There were things that we found ourselves in, and circumstances we found ourselves in that we knew Spirit covered us for. And so we recognize the ancestors, recognizing that as we call the names, we recognize gift to us, but also commit to gift that we are supposed to be in this existence so that people after us will remember our stories. Death only truly when people forget your stories. So I'm always excited when an elder has a story to tell. I got so many people in my family, I can reel off 1,000,000 stories about who died 50 years before I was born. And yet my kids and their kids will know these folks. And I wish the same is happening in this room continually. So as we pour our first pours of water, we say, cool water, freshen our spirits. Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this house for spiritual work. Ashe. Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors all together. Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation. Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity. And so we pour to the cardinal directions. The Dakota tradition would say there are seven. The north, the energies of being present today and committing to being a yes. That you showed up, that you're here. You said there's something in my spirit that said I want to be a yes today. Ashe. To the energies of the south, symbolic of remembrance of who we are and whose we are. Ashe. To the energies east, recognizing that no matter how dark it was last night, the sun rose this morning. And the sun came up this morning, which means we got another shot to do it again. Ashe. To the energies of the west, recognizing that even when the sun goes down, the moon and the stars provide light. A divine feminine principle reminds us that even when it's dark outside, there's always some way forward that is provided by Shay. To the ground below us, understanding that as we put down roots, we also want to manifest stability, because the trees that are flexible when the storm hits, they bend, but they do not. So we are rooted. Ashe. To the sky above us, which is a blank landscape. It gives us an opportunity to let our minds, as Langston Hughes said, wander as I walk. We get a chance to see those dreams that are for us and bring them into manifest reality. Ashe. And finally, to the direction where they all come together, Grand Central Station, the space of the heart. May your heart always be as light as the feather. Always embrace that which God has put within you. Ashe. And now in this moment, for the next few pours of water, we're going to ask that you call aloud the names of those ancestors you want to remember in this space. And I always tell people, if you don't know who to remember, if somebody's fake name just pops into your head, they're saying, hey, remember me. There's something that I taught you. So at this time, if you can type it in the box as always, but we ask that you call aloud those names so we can remember them as we pour the next few pours of water. Haywood H. Carr, Thomas and Gus Hayes, Della Mae Carr, Horace Marion Frazier, Louise Frazier, Mother Catherine Carr, Haskell B. Carr, Thomas and Gus Hayes, Alma Gordon, Ella Williams, Mother Bernice Brunson, Mother Zuri, Mother Dorothy Smith, Mother Melba Sewell. All these names coming in, Ashe. As the names continue to roll in for the children in the world, world, womb, and yet unborn, we say together, Ashe, 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 Ashe. Oh, it is done. High five for Cassidy, baby. Good job. All right, baby. Great job. All right. Appreciate that. All right. As we're giving thanks in the space, as we report our libation, I turn your attention to today's meditation, which is on the, and I want to also acknowledge, as we poured a libation, name put out in the world, there are two people that I poured a libation for, especially earlier this week. One of them was the man who would give his life for his brother, man. Shaft, can you dig it? Richard Roundtree, the great Richard Roundtree, Ashe. I came up in that era. I was just behind my teenage cousins who were coming up during blaxploitation. So we were watching the movie secondhand. So we were watching all the Shaft in Africa and all of the good movies that he put into the world. But Richard Roundtree, I think he was 81 years old. And of course, to those fans of the show Friends, I never got to watch Friends. But Matthew Perry, of course, transitioned, and a very popular show. I liked Friends for one reason, because apparently the cast was really good friends in real life, and they looked at the numbers that they were bringing in after a couple of seasons, and they all got and had a get together. And they said, you know, this network is making a whole lot of money off us. So we're gonna walk in there and we're gonna ask for $1 million each per episode, else we're not gonna do it. And they walked all together. And when the network figured that they may be able to give one $1 million, but then the other but then they realized everybody was all together, they had no choice but to give them $1 million and a better royalty deal. That's the power of community. So coming together and sticking together with your people like that, to be respected. So Matthew Perry, Ashe, and that. Our meditation today comes from Sister Yana Van Zant. Something that we should take with us throughout this and throughout the week. She said, you must be ready in mind, body, and spirit before you can make a change. People cannot convince you to do it. You force you to do it. Everything you think, say, and do until that happens is preparation. So love yourself right now. Honor yourself. Keep talking to yourself. Keep thinking ready thoughts. In time, try to remember, be ready until you are ready. Deep here. Exhale and release. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe. Lady Khadija, you want to come on and do our statement of infinitude? I thought we were going to bring the guests. Well, we can bring the guests up too. All right.
Well, good morning. Our statement of infinitude, as we welcome you to Infinity Fellowship, we pause to remind you of the four core principles of our gathering. We snap. And snap is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N and snap is for ourselves and others, mind, body, and the A-N, snap, is for action, because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. And finally, y'all, this is important. The P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful you all are here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living, our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names, yet known by only one energy. So this is the foundational practice of true interspirituality, where all are affirmed in energy. So I invite you all at home and in this space to stand with me and join me in our statement infinitude. We agree that we are beings of eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all powers of the Creator inherent with. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it, because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another. Meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and medical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe.
So it is. Let us remain standing here, ready to celebrate. We're going to generate a little bit of gratitude up in this piece. Do it by singing good morning. Do is sing a verse through, and then we're going to go around and introduce ourselves. You're just going to say your name, one thing that you're grateful for. If you made it through the door today, that you were able to get in through a sleeve. It could be that you did the fallback thing right. Something simple. I'll tell you my one grown moment that I had this morning. My gratitude is that I've lived long enough to not go ahead and restart it, Daniel. Thank you, brother. I lived long enough now to not have to physically set the clock back. That would have been messed up, right? I woke up feeling refreshed, and I was like, oh, and I looked over and said, oh, I woke up a little early before the alarm. Then I was like, the phone automatically. Give thanks for that. Oh, man, I remember before you had to go to sleep. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Crank it up. Good morning to you. Yes, a good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And he said, da 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 da. right, the voice is going to hold it down. Let's go around. One thing that you're grateful for. Find 2 people, 3 people.
A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. Take it up. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say, da 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 da. Hey, good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. To you. Oh, a good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. 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 Hey, good morning to you. Good morning to you.
We got it. We had a little technical snafu, but we still sang, and that's a beautiful thing to do. That's a beautiful thing to do. Now is our offertory period. This is when we rip, roar, and give back into the space that pours into us. And good morning to everybody who's online. Good to see you all there. I'll send you a shout out when I can read the screen, so we'll get it to you in a minute. This is the time where we have our giving and our offertory period at Infinity Fellowship. We do not take that lightly, but we also take it joyfully. It is a moment for us to give back into this space that provides so much spiritual food for us. When Infinity language, we also recognize that it is a part of spiritual practice. Giving is a part of spiritual practice. To that myself, you absolutely not beat God and everything that is provided for us. But we can say, do you put on the value of being able to breathe or being able to celebrate today? A part of spiritual practice is giving, especially in a space where we receive your spiritual food. That's what this is. It's a living manifestation of that. Over the course of 9 years that we celebrated last month, the giving in this place has been the primary foundation for everything that you see. So these 4.9 acres that we're on, this 4,300 square feet we're in, and the technology we have, is because people recognize and demonstrate that it's important to give back, that we can have institutions that live and love on us and with us and for us. It's also a great spiritual practice for those of you who are opening up your heart to receive in a space of abundance. We know that abundance is a vibrational frequency. When you operate in lack, the universe and just gives you a ton more lack. Just, they won't lack. They want to hold back. Oh, heap that on. But when you open yourself up, you recognize that there is limitless abundance that is for you. We said in new members class, which will be coming up soon, that is a 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. Definition of prosperity, textbook and beautiful. Radiant health. Isn't it good to have radiant health? Isn't it good to have relationships that work all the time? Isn't it good to operate in your purpose and to live and be able to do the kind of work that's not work, but it's play? That's awesome. And then 4, to have all the resources that you need so that you don't have that anger that I used to have when I swiped a card at the gas station. Oh, Lord, I'm watching. I got that backup card back, but I've been there, moved through all of that. And I recognize that as I release that splack, good things begin to happen and continue to happen all the time. So as we for giving, we want to make sure that we do not give just haphazardly. As much as we're giving today, we want to make sure that we focus that energy. And we focus that in admittedly with an offertory affirmation. So we're going to bring up our offertory affirmation and we're going to speak it. You can give in person here via the basket. We're so excited because now we get to reprint new envelopes. We've grown to the point where we got to get some more in-person envelopes. COVID took us to the electronic giving, and we'll put that slide up as well. You can give via Cash App, PayPal. You can also give internationally via PayPal, or you can give in the basket here. We invite you to give from a space of release and to recognize that everything is good. So rise to your feet here. We're going to engage in this spiritual practice of supercharging our offering today. Take a breath. Let it go. I always like to get my device because that get corporate energy. Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. Let us say together our giving affirmation. Oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess. You have given me the gifts of life, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken. And so it is. Everybody repeat after me. Everything is good.
Everything is good.
Everything is good.
Everything is.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it good.
I got it good.
All right, let's give it this time and we'll be set as well. Everything is good. Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, I'm good.
Hey, yeah, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, sing it with me now. Everything is good. Yes, it is. I said everything is good. Everything is good. And I've got it. Woo, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything. Yes, it is. I said everything. Oh, everything is good. And I got it. I got it. Oh, I've got it good. Come on, tell yourself everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I got it good. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, I got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've good. Yes.
All right, we may be seated. All right, thank you for singing along with us. I might sing a little bit for us later too as well. Done. All right, well, good morning again, Infinity. Let's do it louder. Come on, good morning, Infinity. All right, we get that energy. This is a reminder that if you got a standing ovation today, our coffee break after our visitors welcome. If you have a standing ovation is something that manifests for you that we can celebrate with you. There's a little form in the back by the booth. You can get a form and fill it out and place it in this red jar that's to my right, to your left on the big table, and then you'll be able to get that announced. We love sharing standing ovations. So if you got a standing ovation, go ahead. This is the morning. As soon as you get ready, go get your coffee, fill it out, bring it up in the jar so we can let you know what's happening. My name is obafemi Carr, and this place I go by Rev Jeff, and it is this point in the service where we get to say hello to our visitors at the Infinity Fellows time in person for Sunday service visitors. This is the place where people do make a quantum leap from just simple religious doctrine and expansive spirituality that brings fruit into your life. So we want to invite you, if you're new to QR code in the place, or even scan the QR code if you're online. Our infinite streamers are saying hello to you. They are shower of hearts and prayer hands and high fives and all of that. So in this space, though, take a picture of the QR code and just fill out the form. We'll send you a nice card. We also will give you an option there. If you decide that you want to join Infinity and get on board with our new members orientation, you can check about it as well. So to our visitors, this may be your first physical time in Infinity, but we like to let you know in this moment, you see the real you. And if you are a first-time physical visitor in the Infinity space, because we know we got a lot of visitors who aren't visitors because y'all been online with us forever. COVID made that happen. It's your first time coming to a physical Sunday service. Would you stand at this time just for a second? We won't call. Right. Yay. All right. We're just going to say something to you while we're standing. You know in this moment that we don't see you today as human beings who showed up to have a spiritual experience. Hopefully you don't have that anyway. But you're the other way around. You're spirits who are navigating human experience, just like the rest of us. So at this point, we like to let you know that we get to know the who, what, where, when, and why. So this side is going to stand up and turn to you. This side's going to turn to you. And everybody's going to say this to each other. They're going to put their hands up. And everybody just take a look into people's eyes. Send them some love energy. Good. Especially. Yes. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. And visitors, y'all can say this back, or y'all can receive it. What it is, I like to say it back. It's just so doggone awesome to be recognizing this, where you can look into somebody's eyes and they ain't ready to fight you. Oh my God. I love that. That's what Infinity is. Repeat after me. I see you. But you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're here in front of me. But I can let you know, if nobody else will, that you are not alone. I'm with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You're much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You learn to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. We're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you, and I'm shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you shining today. So welcome to Infinity. Welcome home. I say, oh. All right, give everybody a couple of high fives. Give our visitors a fist bump, chest bump. Well, don't give a check. Give everybody driven out. Give a fist, a high five. Give a love energy to everybody. Let's do it. Grab some coffee, grab some tea in the lobby. And we'll transition our young people downstairs. Get that QR code. Let's make it happen. Hey, everybody, this is Reverend Jeff, and I am talking to you from the office because it's coffee break at Infinity. And our bandwidth is a little slow today. We got a lot of people in the place, and so a lot of people on Wi Fi. So I hope at least you're getting the audio portion of this, even though you might have a good delay. Sister Tashana, I see you on there. Sister Destiny Muhammad, such good news. Listen, put your standing ovations into the chat box now. So if you are an infinite streamer and you are watching us, go ahead and put that into the chat box right now, and we'll get that to you so we can announce what's going on in your world as we get ready for our brief announcements and we get ready for our morning message and singing a little bit as well. So listen, first Sundays at Infinity, I want to remind you, we are in person. That's why it took me a minute to get to the office. We had to get through everybody. So it's so wonderful to see people here in the space today. It's so wonderful to feel the energy. That's how we're operating here in November and December. First Sundays in person. Next Sunday, the Sunday afterwards, and Yoga Sunday, we will be meeting here in the virtual space. So I'm excited that I get to see you and interact infinite streamer style. In the meantime, we're going to ask you, if you are a first time visitor, to receive the love that you're receiving today, but also to fill out that form on the QR code because we are prepping for our massive first of the year new member orientation where we're going to be bringing everybody who has not had a new members orientation. We're going to bring you into the circle of understanding with the four spiritual laws of prosperity. We're going to do the study group. It's going to be awesome. We got great teachers for that online space as well. So get yourself prepped for that. Get yourself prepped for these announcements and take note. I'm so excited you're with us today. Are you ready to hear a message? I want you to ask yourself rather a question. Are you ready to be on the mountain or do you want to stay in the valley? Which one? We'll see in a minute. Listen, this is Reverend Jeff. I'm going to leave the office. I'm going to refill my coffee so I can have a little bit of coffee java as well, like everybody else. Take this moment, get your tea, get your drink, get whatever you got at home, because I know many of you watch us while you do your daily Sunday or your Sunday routine. When you're watching us, we're glad that you are with us. If we're on the TV, if we're on your YouTube channel, wherever we are, we want you to share. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, hit that thumbs up, that like button there as well. If you're on Twitter, hit the retweet. Let people know that we got a great message coming up that's just for you and just for everyone who is ready to grow and to go from the valley to the mountaintop. Looking forward to the next few months here at Infinity and looking forward to interacting with you in a few minutes in service. So grateful that you're here. I love you. That's a fact you cannot change. See you in a minute. All right, calling us back to order as we come back into the space from our break. We want to go through just a few brief announcements that we have, and of course, then get to our standing ovations. So, and if you are an streamer, while the mic is going in and out, I'm going to switch over to my. No, I'm going to switch for now. One thing that we like to do is we like to about manifested achievements, accomplishments that you've made since we last got together, or even if you're new and you have something that we can celebrate, to tune into that, recognizing that when you can learn how to celebrate for somebody else and something that's happening, you're saying to the universe that you're in the celebration and accomplishment frequency. So we're very glad to do that. And again, you got a little bit of time to get ready and put that in the jar, so that we can announce that. We have made it to November, the 11th month of 2023. This is the year of transcendence, y'all. In this space of transcendence, the definition of transcendence, get this, to exist or go beyond the range of, to surpass, exist, or experience beyond the normal or physical level. Powerful concept for spirituals. This is the year. We're 11 months into this year where we rise together to the next level in everything we think, say, and do. Also remind you of our mantra. This mantra is something that we encourage you to speak daily, because something to remind you when all the insanity is going on that you're going to be all right. And that mantra is, even from the ashes I rise. Let's say that together. Even from the ashes I rise. All right, before we get to standing ovations briefly, I want to thank everyone who helped us pull together in a month of October, our 9th anniversary of existence on this planet. Yes, snaps all around. We had an exceptional 9th anniversary month. We had all activities. The slide that we put out on the internet shows you all the remarkable personalities that have been a part of getting us through the last 9 years, and not just getting us through, because getting us through is surviving. It's put us in a space of thriving and growing, from originally just through in an active studio to where we are today, an institution that's having global impact. As I mentioned, is one of side standing ovations speaking at a religious scholars conference at University of Delaware, that people in the religious scholarly community are asking about the infinity fellowship in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm like, oh, wow, I had no idea. I'm like, whoa, the person who wrote the book. I'm sitting next to the person with the book on New Thought and religious science and African-American populations who are in it. And they're like, okay, tell us about the tenets of the Infinity Fellowship. I'm like, well, okay, I gotcha. Let's do this. The energy of community, and we're grateful for that. We had a remarkable homecoming. Thank you all for that food. I tried to freeze it and keep it, but Kenita don't want me to eat leftovers after 2 days. I don't know what that is. Who made up that rule? Like if you freeze it. I may or may not admit that I have a bag of my mama's turnip greens double bag, and she went to hell 2 years ago, but I'm still gonna eat those greens. I just been holding on because I discovered them, huh? It's a tiny bag. I mean, just enough to inhale the greens. Hey, if I need a 1 month vacation, just know I'm proclaiming ahead of time it was worth it. I discovered those greens at the bottom of the freezer. I said, my greens. Yeah, we going. Them things right there. But grateful, especially Sister Kenita absorbed the recipe, so y'all know she had those greens out here for coming. And we're gonna have to schedule a potluck to get some more of those greens. So for the meeting, if y'all are in the band app and you join Infinity, those of us who joined, truly, it's great. The membership meeting is still up. Kudos to everyone who is hard at work making sure that we're still functioning and transparently as an organization. That's very important. And having our membership meeting, we got to explore our financials. Shout out to Sister Kenita Carr. Shout out to Whitfield, our accounting firm that keeps things up. And another secret shout out to Sister Deanna, who's helping with some amazing projections. I'm not putting you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot for good. We are growing and transitioning into some bigger things as a community. That's why we are on our Sunday gathering schedule, and second through fourth virtually. But we are in the process of land development, housing development. We are really looking at 2024 as a breakout year, not only revenue streams, which is important, but for community impact. So spirituality, which is feeling good on Sundays, but spirituality and action is what we're going to make a difference in this city and this world. And so it's exciting to be here, and thank you all for that. We want to thank you all who joined us for the whole experience that was our sweat lodge. We got back to our quarterly sweat lodge. If those of you aren't able to participate, have not actually seen a physical sweat lodge, after service, if you just want to walk back to the back of the property, just keep going as you go. You'll see a tree line, and slightly to the left, you'll see the setup that is there. And now that it's there, it's permanent, so we'll use that again in the coming months. But just for those who had the experience of going into the earth, of going into the woods and cutting down, that you're building that as a communal experience, it was transformative. Shout out to many of you who are still sending emails saying, I had this amazing dream last night, and I don't dream. So I had this. That's the remnants of reset button and giving your space where not only your toxins can leave your body, but where you can get in touch with who you truly are. So thank you all for those experiences. We are moving forward. Again, our forward experiences are up on the board for those who are at home. We also have our 3 Sundays where you can volunteer work and do statement of infinitude. You can come up and do perm, you can offering, and you can do that from the comfort of your home. So if you're interested in that, or if you're interested in serving in person, whether that's ushering, we call it sanctuary engineering. We figure that, we create things. We want new stuff in the world. So we all came up with ushering, and if you were a missionary Baptist like me, it was ushering. We were all Urshers, youth Urshers. We were mad when the art came out, Usher. Your name ain't Usher, you're Ursha. What's wrong with you, man? But we have sanctuary engineers. So our sanctuary engineers talent to get the coffee ready for us and get everything in order. Sign up for that out there. And we also have our altar program, which we have launched a partnership with a global organization called Alter Dementia, where we will be creating dementia-friendly environments for our elders who are dealing with mild cognitive impairment and also dealing with growing older. So we're going to open up the house here, the community, the lobby, to do what's called a memory cafe, so that elders can gather here and preserve their memories and have conversations and have a safe space where ain't nobody telling them to leave. So if you want to volunteer for that as well, there are 3 sign-up sheets in the lobby. After service, go back there and name on one, and we're going to continue to let this rising tide lift all the boats. Ashe. All right, we're going to call up Sister Kenita because it's time for Standing Ovation.
Yes. So our high energy here at IF comes from our practice of SNAP. It's why we snap our fitness part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys, spirituality, we fellowship with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of the progress. And y'all, that's the proof. So let us pause to enjoy a collective manifestation and expansion. So here's what's going to happen. When your name is called, please stand as I read aloud your manifestation. When I finish each person's ovation, we will all snap our fingers to celebrate and affirm them. And then at the end, we're going to give an out of this this world collective ovation. Okay?
All right.
You were struggling a little bit.
Well, you know, I struggled with abundance. We have so many of them.
Oh, yeah.
Worthwhile struggle. That's coming.
All right, so downstairs, for our kids, they're watching this right now. So they're getting to hear about their standing ovations. All right, so Kavaya Stevens, make sure you're up downstairs. She says, I have two. Oh, she has two. Okay. One, I got A's and B's on my report card, and she is in high school, sophomore. She's a sophomore in high school. And she says, I got 98 on my first essay in honors English. You better go, Kavaya. No, she said it was stay honors.
Honors English.
On her first essay. You better go, girl.
You're brilliant. Brilliant. I'm looking at the cameras right there. I want to make
Yes.
You're brilliant. Give me that mic so I can tell her.
Yeah. Yes.
You're brilliant.
Yes.
And we expect you this way.
Yes.
Really. Yes.
Okay, carr, stand up.
Okay.
She says, getting better at doing hair. And yesterday, I did a cornrow on Kamaria's hair, and it looked okay. It looked okay. But she did mention that her birthday was November the 1st, and so she just turned 14.
All right, Kai.
One, two, three. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Carl.
Happy birthday. And Kai, you're 14. I told her, I've been telling her for a week, we were just going to redo 13. Because I was like,
I know, he won't let her, No,
I'm a
she's
dad,
like,
man.
14.
14.
14.
So you're 14. We'll give it.
I'm 14.
14.
I said, okay.
14.
Officially.
You're now 14. All right.
All right, Sister Denise Knowles, stand up.
Stand up, D. Snap.
Yes. Okay, let's see. You better go ahead. Okay. Because you're rolling cursive. Okay.
Semi-pro.
It is. Okay. The new semi-pros men's team I coach, the Nashville Aces. Did I say yes. Aces won our preseason game last Sunday.
All right, Coach. Victory.
Okay, and the score, honey, 116-66. First home game will be November 25th.
Congratulations,
yes, Coach.
Coaching.
116-66.
Yeah, that's the team I need you to join. All I gotta do is get one rebound and a putback.
Act like you playing. And then sit down.
I can be like, we beat that team. One team. So you're like,
I was out there laying it down.
Yes, man. That's it. Everybody can shoot. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Candace.
All right, Candace. Stand up.
Come on.
She says, new banking job with amazing culture and work-life balance.
Yes. Come on, banking. Banking.
Rihanna. Okay. She says, I am seeing a cycle of some self-limiting beliefs that were making me feel small about myself, but also trying to be gentle as I integrate new thoughts.
Come on, cycle is over. The cycle is over. It is over. It is over.
Yes. New thoughts. Yes.
New thoughts.
Terrence. I was proud and excited to experience Sweat Lodge and making it through all 4 rounds with my wife.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right.
See,
man.
I
know.
Yeah,
It was something. It's one of those remarkable moments in time.
It was
So be able to make it through with y'all.
Yes, it
All
was.
new.
It was
All right, let's see. Online we have. I see this. Okay, great. Sister Tashana Lindsley. Ovation, Love and Light with the Lindsleys. Wednesday night in the band app. Y'all have not been on it. Has been holding down Wednesday nights for 6 months now.
6 months.
Thank you to all the streamers and all Infinity Fellowship members for creating a safe space full of love and light.
Oh, yay! 6 months.
Wednesday nights, if y'all hadn't gotten into band app, it's the conversation Infinity Fold. It's unfiltered conversations about topics that we have there. That's part of what happens when you join membership. So many great things happen in that room on Wednesday night, and join it. It's a great space to not miss. Courtney Williams. I love these. This is really the message of Infinity. Standing Ovation. I just bought a house. I'm officially a homeowner. Shout out, Courtney. Online folks, man, from all over the country sending these in. All right. This is Devin Hargraves. This is a Trey Standing Ovation. Trey. Oh, this is Trey. This is Trey. Standing Ovation. This is Trey's movie name.
It must be
Devin Hargrove. Yes. I love it. We'll take it. Recently, he recently won the Customer Service Award with my company by receiving 14 5-star reviews on Google, causing the overall Google company score to increase. Peace and love, family. Sit down, Trey. Woo! I love it. Tony is back in the back, and he wanted to send out shout out. My Mother's Day was 10/20. She would have been 80 years old. Happy infinite birthday. Yes, Dr. Sinaris Murher. Tony's mom was one of my professors at Tennessee State. She had a beautiful operatic voice. She was tall, presence, and she's not playing in grading either. She didn't. She didn't play in grading, which was a lesson for me. College, and professors like that, like Harriet and Signaris, who made you step up. If you wanted to go through that class, you're gonna have to step up. So when I go places and people talk about speaking and articulation and writing, she was the advisor for the newspaper they worked for at the Meter in high school. When people say, how do you do this? And I was like, I had professors who, if you didn't turn it in and it wasn't, they weren't going to give you a pass. And so strictness in that sense is about excellence. So shout out to Mama 80 years. All right. Terrell Lindsley, Standing O. And Talia, 2 daughters made the honor roll. And we had another one from Destiny Muhammad. I saw there. Saw that was on there, and I see. Yeah, it's all right, Tony. We got you. I wanted to make sure. Destiny Muhammad. Yes. Destiny says, we are thankful for your assistance in rebuilding our equipment. Thank you for your love. Yes. Just half a second of context. Sister Destiny Muhammad in Oakland, California. She's a world-renowned harpist. She was outside the Performing Arts Center with her husband, Chris Wells, and does her equipment. They had this wonderful equipment that they have curated over the years that is a sound rack that enhances her harp and her voice. Through COVID, y'all have seen her. She's come in and performed for us. Awesome spirit. They're unloaded at the Arts Center. Somebody came through while they were inside and jacked their equipment. Took the most important component piece, the rack. Sister Destiny, and shout out to you for doing that. She GoFundMe. She broke the GoFundMe in 24 hours. And I want to thank Infinity for even contributing to that as well. Because, listen, obstacles can come, but when you got people, that there is no obstacle. It's an opportunity. So we're speaking that you got brand new enhanced equipment. And when you come down here and you're right over here on the carpet playing for us, We're going to make sure that that equipment is plugged in right here. So congratulations. We're welcome in there. All right.
All right.
Oh, we got Brianna. Oh. One more, Brianna. Good morning. I'm grateful this morning to be healing well after having corneal abrasions in both of my eyes.
Wow.
Healing and blessing energy coming your way, Brianna. It's already here. We don't speak in the future. It's already here. All right, Mama, what do we do?
Okay, so if you shared to have several seats while the rest of us stand to our feet and give under a standing ovation. Okay, here we go. I'll hear them.
They're in there. 3 seconds only. Oh, yeah. All right, so y'all, it's time for the message. It's that time in there. But I'm going to teach y'all a song. Mama, you going to help me sing? Oh, are they here? Oh, there they are. Oh, good. So we're going to teach the song like this. Everybody's going to sing along as you fall in. Because I think we know this. We get some little energy in here. Let me give y'all on.
Can you play it so we can get the key and then we'll turn it off? KC3.
KC3, y'all. KC3.
I shall wear a crown. I shall wear a crown. When it's all over. When it's all over. I shall wear a crown. I shall wear a crown. When it's all over. When it's all over, I'm going to put on my robe, tell a story, how I made it over. I'm going to put on my robe, tell the story, how I made it over. Soon as I get home. Soon as I get home, I shall see God's face. I shall see God's face. I shall see God's face. When it's all over. When it's all over. I'm going to put on my robe.
Yeah. Thank my kids because they're my wife. KC3. Y'all knew the infinity. Y'all know that I send props to my wife for somehow sneaking in K letters to all the kids. I didn't fix it. It was, long later. I said, man, KC3, Kanitha Carr, come on. How we get all these K's in here? So we in there. We'll make this thing happen. Y'all, briefly, this energy of where do we get to, where we desire to go from where we are? How do we get from the valley to the mountain? There's a lot of stuff happening in the world today. If you hadn't realized it yet, if you hadn't figured it out, there's always some attraction to something below that vibrates lowly around you. At any given pulpit, in every given synagogue, in any given mosque, in any given cultural gathering, in any given restaurant, in any given bar right now, prepping for a football game, the same kind of conversations are happening. Whose side are you on in conflicts? Which side is justified for killing each other? Is it okay that a terrorist is in a MAPCO and collateral damage is blowing up the entire neighborhood? Is that all right? These low vibrational conditions, always you can list certain cases, and all of a sudden the low vibrational energy comes out. It's really, I can go down here to the bar, and I won't say which bar because I don't want y'all to see me at that later and judge me. I'll be in there with Kanitha. But as I'm in, I can go to any given bar, and there may be the type of places that I go to sometimes are the places that are not necessarily pretentious. So as I sip my water, you would not know because the red is what you see in the parking lot with the people. Those are the kind of places I tend to like to go. It says I had the red solo cup and orange juice in it. The family reunion. And when I wanted some orange juice, they another jug to get my orange juice. I wanted the orange juice they had, but they said, "No, we're gonna give you your orange juice." But in pretentious places, whether it's there or rooftop bar in downtown Nashville, you have the same categories that you can invoke that will get out the low vibrations. How things with your coworkers? Oh my Lord. How things with your spouse? How things with your significant others? How things on your job with your pay? How things going with your vehicle and that mortgage company? All of these conversations invoke often low vibrations because the vast majority of people are taught to be in a low space because it is from the low space that conflict can be provoked, and it is from conflict that is provoked that economic gain can be extrapolated. You keep the people at the bottom fighting and blaming each other, then the 1% at the top can profit from all of this. This is what the online industry, let's get as many clicks as we can. Let's get as many views as we can. Let's get the people fighting so that we can profit. Low vibrational space is very real, but how do you rise from this low vibrational space to a high vibrational sense and space? And when I was thinking about this as the download was coming, the only image I saw was a mountain and a valley. You know, valleys are beautiful places. It's where the water comes and goes gravity down into a space where it feeds the valley where growth can take place. So I don't use the valley in a pejorative sense today, but I also want us to understand that many of us are striving to rise above the things that are happening in the valley. In the valley, people are talking bad about each other. In the valley, they're telling you to sever relationships all the time. In the valley, your own purpose, it's a low place that prevents you from being able to have a honest view of everything that's going on. So you get bogged down in the nasty little details. These little details that went into your subconscious mind, they begin to manifest reality. And the details always take you lower. Because you get tricked into trying to figure out the plan for success. Instead of adjusting the vibration, we are taught to put together a plan. a plan without approach. But I would posit today, as I do every single Sunday in this space and every opportunity I have to be in Portal, that it is the vibrational frequency that is most important, because once you have aligned yourself with a top philosophy, the details work themselves out. Those will begin to appear out of there to help you successfully attain what is in your frequency vibration. But it's tough to get out of that low vibration. There was somebody in traffic the other day. I was driving along. I picked up the kids. I got where I needed to be. I was good. I was headed toward the house. And this person cut me off. It was so egregious. And I've been so used to the chaos of Zen. I was so used to saying, let's see how it all went. I'm seeing traffic as this beautiful ballet in Nashville. And, I look at it like you do when you've been in a metropolitan complex like New York. I remember the first time I was in Cairo, it was traumatic because everything was moving and flowing and going around so fast. Dr. Ben Yakin was like, just so y'all know, I don't want y'all to get disturbed. A stop sign is only a suggestion over here. And so I thought about it. I said, well, if I look at it from a high view, I can look at it like it's fence. And it's a bunch, everything's moving, and I'm just a part of the ballet. But this one person cut me off so egregiously. I said, well, maybe this is the time to invoke the inner Herakuti or Shango Kabiesi. And maybe this is the time for Ma'at to bring a sense of justice, for me to run this person off the road just to teach them that the universe is balanced, and I am now the warrior spirit to teach you that you don't ever make an egregious move like that. But I pulled myself up short and went back to the high place. But it was hard. And you have to make these decisions, Demetrius, in real times. And you have to choose your battle carefully. And I would say that you can't always operate high in a high space and things like that come to you in the moment. But you have to ask yourself what the consequences are. Tip for traffic that I share with you that comes from me. If you get cut off by a guy, or you get somebody honking at you, you look over and it's somebody in a Maserati or an upscale Porsche that you've never seen before because you haven't been in the rooms with those kind of cars. He's a kind of old guy and he's maybe throwing up his fingers and something like that. You might be able to toss the window and say, hey, buddy, move over, and not risk anything. But if you honk and you look over and it's one of them 1990s police cars that still got them spotlights on the left side that somebody got off an auction site and the bumper's missing on the front and the windows are tinted and the back window got a garbage bag, you might just want to let it go in that moment. Because the last thing you want to do is have contact with folks who don't have anything to lose, right? So when we are in the space of conflict, we all get drawn into spaces with people and places who have nothing to lose. So we ask ourselves, when we're in a high frequency vibration, what do we have to lose? We talk about the first thing from the valley. We got to move from the valley, recognize that when we are in low places, we can never beat people at their game of playing low. Have you ever tried yourself slip, and when you let yourself slip the next day, you're saying, why did I do that? Because people in places that attack low, that hit you below the belt, that come from friends of your family, there is no bottom. When you get on the ground with them, you get dirty as well. And let me tell you what happens when you get dirty. Well, you think that's the bottom, but the people on the ground know where the tunnels are. They'll take you underground. And before you get loose, you have been deprived of sun and vitamin D. You've been deprived of food. You are lost into this where people who live at thrive to the extent to which you call it thriving. First thing you have to do when you're a choice is stop choosing to fight in low places. It's always a consequence. My little start was broken yesterday with my Tennessee State Tigers. I said, you're playing the small school in Charleston, not really established football program. We should be able to win this game. Halfway through the game, Oh man. Halfway through the game, it was knotted up, but announcement came out that the top team in the league had lost by a point. So here my Tigers are on the verge of being able to go from oblivion into possibly first place tie in the conference and getting a place. It was all got down to the fourth quarter. Somehow this team still hung in there. It was tied. Had a young fella, I don't know him. His number was number 5. Great athlete. He was doing so well in this game. We were able to come and drive all the way down to the red zone on the other team. Tied up game, Mike. I said, wow, there's less like 3 minutes left in the game. All we got to do is drive down. We got a cold-blooded field goal kicker. If we don't score here, we can just kick the field goal. Everybody's excited. Number 5 got excited, ran the ball, got there out of bounds, and a guy hit him. Hit him right when he was going out of bounds. And it was a bad hit. It was an out-of-bounds hit. But you know, sometimes in life you get an out-of-bounds hit, but it's never the person who initiated the hit, it's the one who responds. So he got that, and he was still standing, and he turned around and looked at the guy standing out of bounds, and he did the 2 Superman arms on another person's home field, another team's home field. So he threw a flag, said it was taunting, set the team back 50 yards. They swarmed the quarterback. He fumbled. They ran it back for a touchdown. They won the game. So heart went out, not because of the law per se, but how it happened. Because that kid can't get that back in his mind. He got attracted. Someone invited him to a low vibration by hitting him when he was out of bounds, and he responded instead of walking off. And that response cost the first place and the game. So see, when you respond to things, you don't win when you're in a low space. You win when you can say, I'm not going to take the bait. Or as I say, I decline your invitation to a lower vibration. Moved off, victory. It's sometimes just like this. Now, when you decide to do that, the second thing you're going to do is you're going to climb the mountain. Because when you start climbing the mountain, that's when you get over the lowness of the valley and you start looking back and saying, I'm so glad I'm no longer in those spaces where the things that set me off no longer me, because I got my mind fixed on my vision and my purpose. But when you're clouding, I'll give you what Haywood H. Carr taught me. He said, son, you can't climb carrying that weight. I know we want to take everybody with us. We think about our people and our friends circle, about our family, and we want to do all of that. But we get so concerned with taking everybody that we drag along dead weight. Drag along dead weight will slow you down. Dead weight is something that is not an asset. Instead, it is a liability. It will prevent you from reaching the higher spaces. So if you're trying to drag along someone who's in close proximity with you, who don't believe in climbing anyway, you can't grab them with you. You can't. The best thing you can do is moving forward. And when you reach a high vibrational space, you can invite them to join you. Let me tell you, altitude will create dead weight. When you start to rise, some people say, I just can't do this no more. Ask the Denvers before people figured out the secret. If y'all never been to Denver before, I learned it. I learned about Mile High City. I got on the escalator. I got off the elevator. I got on the escalator, come up the escalator. I wasn't even walking. I was just riding the escalator. I got halfway up the escalator. I was like, is it me? My friend said, no, I said, Denver air, man. We high altitude. I said, what? How do people? He said, just breathe slow. It'll take a while for you to get used to it. See, sometimes when you go to a higher altitude, it's going to take you a minute to get used to it. And see, some people say, I don't want to do this anymore. See, Denver Broncos, when they practice high altitude and they're there, the beautiful thing is, here comes somebody who's been playing at a valley space or below sea level. They get on the football field on Sunday morning. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, you see somebody walking around like this. Denver Broncos are like this. Y'all all right? Y'all all right? So they started flying their teams in ahead of time so that they could get used to the altitude. So you see, when you're at a higher altitude, everybody is not going to be able to be with you because that air is pristine and it's beautiful. Let me tell you something about a high vibrational frequency. When you're operating at a altitude, you can also excel when you're in the low places of the valley because your lungs can breathe thin air. What can they do? There's fullness of air around you. So yes, you can go back into places that you used to go into that used to bait you, and you can actually bring a high vibration to them. You go in places where people used to do the things that you used to do, and they offer you those things. And you say, no, I'm good. Well, what you getting high on now? Well, I'm getting high on spirit, man. It's awesome. I like what you're doing. How can I get to that vibration space? Well, here's an awesome book for you to read. Here's an awesome space for you to visit. Whatever it is. Here's something to have because I am now breathing in the fullness of my lungs because I have trained them to operate in a high vibrational space. Final thing that I'm giving you is you can't build anything on the mountaintop with people scared of heights. Some of you in that space where you got it. You heard what Spirit said to you. You embraced it. You walked away from those things that no longer fed you. You let go of those things that you thought were good. You thought that, and I understand, I don't blame you. You thought they were good for all of the right Western reasons. And I had to modify Western reasons because the Western reasons was they were paying you a whole lot of money to get really something that you hated doing. But you were saying that I was going to take the money and do something good with it. But by the time you got it in bed, you had to recover from all that your mind went through every single hour of the day, and you never got to spend it anyway. Thank God that I'm in a space of understanding and moving beyond this space where people are old and regretful and saying to themselves, I should have left that for you. But you're in a high vibrational space now because you walked away from that and you said, no, I'm going to tap into what the Spirit of God has put into my consciousness. I'm going to tap into my gifts. I'm going to tap into my purpose. I'm going to walk boldly in where I'm supposed to be. And it's for me and I'm seeing fruit from it. So because of that, you're in a high space. But when people are afraid of heights, they can't help you build anyway. And that's okay. Everybody in the space where you are. But just like on a mountaintop, the person who is, I'm asking me build my house on the mountaintop, if every 5 minutes they can't even move a hammer because they kept looking down and saying, how up are we again? Don't let me get, man, I can't get the hammer. It's going to take 20 times longer to build your house. So you build with people who are in a high vibrational frequency. You build with people who are not afraid to get up out of the valley. You build with people who want to participate when you climb together so that one hand can hold the other and you can latch on to the benchmarks and the places that you need to continue to rise. You reach the top and you build in that vibrational frequency with like minds who will look at you and not think that you're strange because you have an innovative idea. But they will look at you and say, how can I help you manifest it? Here's how we can pull these things together. That when you need a break and you need to take a little time, they say to you, take your break, I got you covered. We're going to make sure that you're mentally and emotionally where you need to be, whatever for us to do. This is the high space and the high frequency of community. As we move to the mountaintop, as all the ancient prophets said, mountaintop enabled them to see the promise. I leave you with this. Any wilderness experience of wandering in the promised land, whether it was the biblical concept of wandering around, wherever that wandering area was, that area was not a large landmass, and yet they wandered for 40 years. A wilderness experience that you may find yourself in exists for one purpose, to show you who you are. And the moment you recognize who you are, you get to come up to the valley and move up the mountain. And build a house at a high vibration where you can see everything for miles and walk in the true mental, emotion, spiritual space of the promised land. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, y'all. time to close this thing out. I want to remind y'all that with all this whirling in the low places in the world, you are absolutely what's needed. No matter how small you feel your contribution is, I know that each and every one of you's contribution is massive. Why? Because there's something inside you that during the week you say, I would do this, but this sounds kind of, and I've never seen anybody else do it before. The fact that you think it's crazy and nobody's done it before, that's exactly why you're supposed to do it. So I want you to work on that this week. I want you to embrace it this week. And I want you, like that football player on that line, like the Broncos and other spaces, that when you are met with something that is coming, threatening to take you down your vibration, remember that you dwell in the mountains. You're from the highland. You're in the highest spirit where you recognize that you are connected to all things. And when you're connected to all things like that, you have a responsibility to do better and to be better. And standing when forces come against you, it's a reflection of how people feel about themselves. So let's have some empathy this week. Ashe? All right, stand to your feet. Close your eyes. You place your hands over your hearts. Bow your heads. Divine Source, we are so grateful today for the lessons that have been learned. We're so grateful for this opportunity to keep moving forward. We're grateful for this opportunity to move from of negativity into the space of positivity. We're so full to be in this mountainous space where the air is sweet, where the view is all encompassing, where protection of the day. Today we proclaim and hit the reset button. Give thanks in this divine space of love. May we feel this vibration and have this remembrance. Are tested this week. When we are tested this afternoon, may we continue to rise above these ashes. See ourselves born anew, born again in spirit. This frequency vibration carrying us through the chaos. We speak blessings upon families represented here. I speak as blessing on those who are having entrepreneurial dreams in this space today. The establishment of those institutions. Those who are walking through doors in new workplaces this week, that they are covered, that they walk in with a secret, and that secret is that high vibrational frequency that you gave them, that all things are aligning for their good. And there's nothing anybody can do to knock them all out. We're speaking and proclaiming these things in peaceful resolution. And we walk forth as such. And so it's Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. All right, rub your hands together. We're going to generate some beautiful light, golden light in here. On the count of 3, we're just going to hold it over our heart and supercharge our bodies together. 1, 2, 3. Breathe it in. This is the remembrance of who we are and whose we are. Oh, it feels so good to be alive right now. Everything that we brought into this space is now gone. And we are now standing stronger and better together. So it is. Put those hands together one more time. We're just going to fling the energy around the universe to everybody that needs it. 1, 2, 3. The universe a round of applause because the shock wave of just went out from infinity. Somebody was walking on Trinity Lane, and so I feel good. That's where that came from. All right, y'all. So as we prepare to close out the place tonight, I'll leave you with something that a friend always used to tell them. When the universe removes negativity from your life, don't go chasing after it. Ain't that good? I love it. Hold hands. Let's go and sing. We're going to sing. Hang out in the lobby, meet somebody new, grab the kids from downstairs. I'm going to shout out Lady Kanitha, who's with the youth power zone. Give y'all a warning. She absolutely loves it. Kids love it, so they may not want to leave. So give praise for an environment that kids don't want to leave. And everybody else don't have to leave either. Y'all come around, we can energy in the space today. Charles and Angela Treese, our sanctuary engineers, KC3, and of course, Brother Tony, Brother Daniel on the tech, and all of our infinite streamers at home. We love in the space today. We don't have voices today, but we got voices in the place because some of y'all can sing. My God, I heard y'all. Let's sing. Our song is on. Let's agree. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin. Then we can begin to heal ourselves again. We remember yesterday. And yet today is the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. All right, we know the words now. Let's rock it. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal us again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. My God's reminding me, God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me, God's reminding me to look at you and see family. We speak that the love of God, the wisdom of the ancestors, and the infinite, abundant universe rest, rule, rock, abide with you henceforth, now and evermore. Let us sing together. Amen, amen. Hotep, shalom, namaste, ashe. All right, we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week virtually. And first Sunday in November. Do something nice and awesome about it today.